Two breaking updates about the Eagles are stirring things up. One involves one of the most respected names in recent team history, who opened up in a rare interview. The other shows how the front office is playing chess while others are still stuck on checkers, laying out a surprising long-term vision for the franchise. With names like Lane Johnson, Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, and even Quinyon Mitchell in the mix, there's a lot Eagles fans need to keep an eye on. If you're a true fan, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. Let's get into it. Lane Johnson's been a warrior in the trenches for Philly ever since the Eagles snagged him at number 4 in the 2013 draft, and now, in year 13, the grind is starting to catch up to him. But despite the battle scars and bruises, the man's still suiting up, still dominating, and still anchoring that offensive line like a boss. He's already racked up 2 Super Bowl rings, 6 Pro Bowl nods, and 5 All-Pro selections. And with a contract stretching out to 2027, he's eyeing a chance to tie Brandon Graham as the longest tenured Eagle ever. But here's the catch. It's sounding more and more like that finish line might be coming up fast. Chatting with the crew on Good Morning Football, Johnson opened up about his incredible run. He got a little nostalgic talking about the bond with Graham and the brotherhood built over the years, saying, "It's crazy that we had several guys who all stayed together for all these years. It doesn't feel like season number 13, but here it is. The heart's still in it, but even Lane admits, you can't ignore Father Time. That said, he's not done yet. The fire's still burning." He talked about loving the locker room vibe, the daily grind, and the thrill of competition. And honestly, his play backs that up. Pro Football Focus had him as the 7th best tackle in all of 2024. That's elite company, especially when you consider the young core Phillies built around Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley. This Eagles offense is a juggernaut, and Johnson's been the steady engine keeping it rolling. From paving lanes for Saquon to protecting Hurts' blindside, he's helped turn this squad into one of the league's most explosive units. And let's not forget the infamous tush push. Yup, Lane had thoughts on that too, calling it our rugby scrum, and joking about how it blew up way bigger than he ever expected. Bottom line, Johnson is more than just a top-tier lineman. He is Philly football. He embodies the grit, the grind, and the success of this current Eagles era. So while he may be eyeing the sunset, don't count him out just yet. He's locked in for 2025, and with another ring potentially on the horizon, Lane might just have a little more gas left in the tank before he rides off into Eagles legend status. And if you thought that was big, wait till you hear this next one. It just dropped and could reshape the roster's future in a major way. The Eagles might have had some shakeups on the roster this offseason, but if you think that left them with holes, think again. Philly's front office, led by the always calculating Howie Roseman, had backup plans in motion well before the departures even happened. Josh Edwards over at CBS Sports took a look across the NFC to point out each team's biggest remaining need, and when it came to the Eagles, he spotlighted the cornerback position. But even he admitted, it's not a crisis situation. With Quinyon Mitchell stepping in, the Eagles were able to comfortably move on from veteran Darius Slay. The cornerback room might lack big names now, but with young guys like Keely Ringo, Eli Ricks, and veteran Adoree Jackson battling it out, there's plenty of talent to fill the gap. It's more of a wait-and-see-who-steps-up situation than a red alert need. Edwards also mentioned tight end could jump to the top of the need list if the Eagles eventually part ways with Dallas Goedert. That's a real possibility, and it makes sense considering the team's cap-conscious approach. There's also a quiet whisper about eventually needing another weapon to tag team with A.J. Brown and Devonta Smith long-term. But here's where Philly fans can rest easy. Howie Roseman saw all this coming. He's been playing the long game. That's why over the last few drafts, he's gone full throttle, trading up for studs like Jalen Carter and lining the roster with young, high-upside talent on rookie deals. That's not just about performance. It's about budgeting, too. The Eagles know the clock is ticking on some of those cheap contracts, and they're preparing for the day those guys need to get paid. With Philly projected to have 10 to 13 picks in next year's draft, they're locked and loaded. Need a tight end? Another wideout? Maybe a lockdown corner? They've got the ammo to trade up and snag whoever they want. And with how their scouting department has been operating, pulling future stars like it's nothing, you can bet they'll hit again. It's become a bit of a meme at this point. We can't keep letting Howie get away with this. But the man's not slowing down. If anything, he's doubling down. This 2025 Eagles roster is already in elite shape, and they've still got more moves in the chamber. The present is still strong, but the Eagles are clearly planning way ahead. And if you've been watching, you know. When Philly plans, big things happen. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming.